Well, basically for 2 or 3 or 4 years, both my son Michael and a good friend of mine, Anthony Aversa, uh, they've been urging me to write a book about some of the little anecdotes and stories about my father. I've always declined because, number one, I don't know too much about writing a book by myself, and number two, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes if they were still alive. Um, in thinking about it over a period of time, it started to become a little bit of an obsession, and I was thinking about it more and more. As it turns out, I get a call from Neil Pallone, Tony Pallone's son, telling me that his father had been inducted into the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame. And at the awards dinner, he met this fellow, Bob Cassidy, who was a writer and was involved in writing books. He put me in touch with him, and lo and behold, we've worked out a pretty nice arrangement where I wrote out a lot of the stories, and he polished them up, and he did a little research, and he put everything in context, and there we go. We have a book. The book is it's a series of short stories and anecdotes about events and occurrences that involved my father, me, uh, my sisters. Uh, it's interesting and it's informative, and it will show you the side of a mob boss who did not bring his work home. When he was home, it was never discussed. It was not even open for discussion. Let's put it that way. And it wasn't until probably the early '60s when we began to realize exactly who and what he was. Um, that may sound pretty naive, but that's exactly how you can explain it. Uh, little by little, as I got a little older, I was able to have some discussion with my dad about some of the things that were going on. The book is my perception of how my father lived, how he lived with us, and how he lived on the street. These things were the way he wanted them, and my guess is that if we didn't know anything about them, we could never talk about them. And that's exactly where we're at. I hope that you enjoy reading the book and getting a little bit out of it. And you'll find that there's a human side to the guy that you read about in the paper or see on television. His life ended in the gutter. He was assassinated. I don't know whether he expected it or not, but he was not prepared for it. And it was something that was a trauma in all of our lives. And as I say at the end of the book, I'll miss him till the day I die. I originally thought that I would gain some sanity by writing this book, that it would take some of the trauma away. Uh, I found that as I was writing it, there were some anecdotes that hit home more than others. At the end, when I reached the end, I thought to myself, did I gain any peace out of writing this book? I don't think so. I think I still have a lot of the same feelings that I had before. But it gave me something to do.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.